Hey everyone, today's video is about when he gives you hickeys. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. Bakugou Katsuki. You were sitting in the common area of the dorms, scrolling through your phone, when Bakugou walked in. You looked up and gave him a small smile. Hey, Bakugou, what's up? He grunted in response and sat down next to you on the couch. You noticed that he seemed tense and was fidgeting with his hands. Is everything okay? You asked, concern lacing your voice. Bakugou looked at you and then quickly looked away. Yeah, I'm fine, he muttered. You knew he was lying, but you decided not to push him. Instead, you leaned back against the couch and continued scrolling through your phone. A few minutes later, Bakugou suddenly leaned over and pressed his lips to your neck. You gasped in surprise and pleasure as he sucked on your skin, leaving a trail of hickeys. Bakugou, you stammered, feeling your face flush with embarrassment. What? He growled, pulling away to look at you. You're mine, and I want everyone to know that. You couldn't help but feel a sense of pride at his possessiveness. But you also felt self-conscious about the hickeys. You knew that they would be visible, and everyone would see them. You couldn't really hide them anymore. Why did you do them here? I can't hide them now, you asked, trying to hide your discomfort. Why? He scoffed. I don't care what anyone thinks. You're mine, and I want everyone to know it. You couldn't argue with his logic, but you still felt a little embarrassed. You had never been one for public displays of affection, but with Bakugou it was different. You loved him, and you wanted everyone to know it too. As the day went on, you couldn't help but notice the stares and whispers from your classmates. You knew that they were talking about the hickeys, and it made you feel even more self-conscious. But every time you started to feel embarrassed, Bakugou would pull you into a passionate kiss, and all your worries would disappear. Later that night, as you were getting ready for bed, you caught a glimpse of yourself in the mirror. Your neck was covered in purple, and you couldn't help but feel a bit of embarrassment and shame. Bakugou noticed the look on your face and immediately walked over. What's wrong? He asked, concern etched on his face. I just feel a little self-conscious about the hickeys. You admitted, feeling vulnerable. Bakugou gently took your hand and pulled you close. Don't be, he said, his voice soft. I love marking you. It's a way for me to show everyone that you're mine, and I'm not afraid to show it. You looked up at him, and in that moment, you knew he was telling the truth. You felt a sense of pride and love wash over you, and you couldn't help but lean in for a kiss. As you fell asleep that night, wrapped in Bakugou's arms, you knew that you had nothing to be ashamed of. The hickeys were just a physical representation of your love for each other, and you were proud of that love. From that day on, you wore the hickeys with pride, and every time someone looked at you with judgment or disgust, you simply smiled and thought about how lucky you were to have Bakugou's love. Todoroki shouto. You were sitting in Todoroki's room, watching TV together. You had been dating for a few months now, and things were going well between the two of you. You were cuddled up together on the couch, and everything felt perfect. Suddenly, Todoroki leaned over and pressed his lips to your neck. You gasped in surprise as he sucked on your skin, leaving hickeys. Todoroki, you stammered, feeling your face flush with embarrassment. He pulled away and looked at you with concern. Did I hurt you? He asked, his voice soft. No, it's not that, you said, feeling a little flustered. I'm just not used to this kind of thing. Todoroki looked at you for a moment before leaning in and pressing another kiss of your neck. You don't have to be embarrassed. I've never done this type of thing either, he said, his voice low. I want to show everyone that you're mine. You couldn't help but feel pride at his possessiveness, but you also felt a bit self-conscious about the hickeys. Everyone would see them. Wouldn't that just be very embarrassing? Then, how am I going to hide these, Todoroki? They'll be very embarrassing for me. Won't they? You asked. Why? Why will they be embarrassing? It's just a sign of your love. I mean, my love, actually. Since you really don't want it that much. I never said I don't want it. Just maybe in more hidden places? Whatever. I'll find a way. To hide them? What if I don't want that one? Fine. I won't. He then hugged you tightly and picked you on the laps. Thank you. Please don't be uncomfortable, though. As the day went on, you couldn't help but notice the stares and whispers from your classmates. But every time you started to feel embarrassed when they were talking about the hickeys, Todoroki would pull you into a gentle kiss, and all your worries would disappear. Later that night, as you were getting ready for bed, you saw the hickeys, and maybe they weren't bad looking, actually. But you were so self-conscious about them. You didn't want to keep getting the same comments. Todoroki noticed the look and went over to you. Are you okay? I just feel a little self-conscious. Hey, I'm sorry for doing that without asking you first. But other than that, I don't think you look bad. Actually, you look way hotter. Does it really look good, Todoroki? Or are you just saying that? No, it really looks good, honey. You looked up at him, and in a moment, he knew that he was telling the truth. You couldn't help but lean in for a kiss. As you fell asleep that night, wrapped in Todoroki's arms, he knew that you had nothing to be ashamed of. The hickeys were just a physical representation for your love for each other, and you were very proud. Why would you be ashamed of that anyway? Right? It was Todoroki after all. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye!